Hey, what's going on, good people? Welcome into the Delmarva Sports Insider, the only live and local show dedicated to giving you all local sports all the time. I'm Sports Director Trayvon Miles.
And I'm Julian Sador, pinch hitting for Brandon Bostic
Yes,
tonight.
you are. Welcome into another special episode of DSI. We are going to highlight the lost season of 2020, the spring season. We've compiled a list of the 10 best players in the Bayside who didn't get to shine in the spring because of the coronavirus pandemic.
Yeah, but that's why we're going to let them shine on our top 10 list, because even though the season isn't here, we still need to give them their due accolades.
That's exactly right. We're going to get our list started with our top 10 returners of the now canceled season. Starting our list at number 10 might just be the best overall lax player in the conference. Kent Island senior midi Cole Cradaville. Cole was a beast on the basketball court this winter, and he would have been just as dominant on the lacrosse fields this spring. Last year, he was a North first teamer, finished the year with 29 goals, 17 assists. He played club lacrosse for Pro Start out of Annapolis and will be playing Division I lacrosse next year when he joins Holy Cross in Massachusetts.
And we love to see him playing at the next level, but just like so many other seniors, the toughest part of this for Cradaville is that they won't get to avenge their playoff loss, because Cradaville's Kent Island team dropped a tough one last year to Parkside in the playoffs 8-7, so you know that's something they wanted to right this year.
Exactly right.
Well, moving to number 9, we have Easton's Chapel. Now, you want to talk about potential.
So good.
It's all here. As just a sophomore last year, Chapel earned Bayside North first-team honors after a season-opening loss to Chopticon. Chapel never lost again in the remainder of the regular season, piecing together, get this, a North Bayside best 10-game winning streak, which reached 11 in the postseason. And you want to talk about a stat line, the sophomore stud finished with a 2.29 ERA, striking out 111, walking just 20, over 79 in the third innings, 4 shutouts at the dish. No slouch either, putting together a 255 average, 2 doubles, 11 ribbies. Wow.
Yeah, one of my favorite players to watch up there in the Bayside North was Kate Chapel. Every time she was on the mound, Easton was in a game. All right, on to number 8. One of my favorite players in the South, downright dominant, was Mardella's Ethan Peterman a year ago in his junior season. Peterman held down the Warriors as their ace and led the school to their first ever Bayside South championship over state powers like Decatur, Parkside, and state champion Bennett. Ethan led Mardella to the Bayside title game where they came up just short, 1-0 to eventual state champion Colonel Richardson. Mind you, Colonel was also undefeated. Mardella also fell in the 1A regional to the Colonels in a walk-off. Just to go toe-to-toe with the champs like that shows you what kind of player he was. I'm distraught that we didn't get to see what he would have been able to accomplish this year in his final season.
Yeah, and here's the big question for guys like Peterman. What does the summer hold? Are we going to see American Legion ball, travel ball? Right now, the way sports are nationally, we just don't know. But one more note on Peterman. One of the greatest pitching faces.
Yes.
That stank face on the mound. You can't beat that.
All about business.
Right. All right, moving to number 7, we have Dom Flores, Jr. out of Parkside, the stellar midfielder / attack hybrid. Is the son of CSP owner Dom Flores, so you know he's staying in shape.
Oh, he is.
The positive here is, although we won't get to see him on the field as a junior, you know he'll come back with even more hunger as a senior. Looking at what he did last year, though, Dom led the Rams with a hat trick in last year's 2A East Regional win over Falston, and really was expected to be one of the most dominant players this spring for a Parkside team that fell just short in the state semis and could have made a deeper run this year.
Yeah, and I think he had 3 goals in that state semifinal game that they lost. I remember I was up there and I said one of the bright spots is he and Yarns will be coming back next year.
Yes.
Obviously one of the most talented players in the division this year. Number 6 is perhaps the best overall athlete on the entire Delmarva Peninsula. Look, what can't Olivia Owens do? She's an all-conference and all-state performer in the fall for soccer. And then in the winter for Bennett, she turns around and is in as a first-teamer for basketball. And then in the spring, she was the South Player of the Year last year in softball. Look, Olivia could have literally been on every Bayside list that we've done over these past 6 weeks. And she's an amazing talent. Whichever sport she participates in, the spring would have just been another opportunity for her to showcase her skills. But we saw her tear it up on the soccer fields. We saw her tear it up on the basketball courts this year for Bennett. So I think, Julian, she goes down as one of the greatest female athletes to ever walk the halls at James M. Bennett.
Absolutely, and Trey, we're probably going to date ourselves, but remember when Bo Jackson would play, they had the poster, You don't know Bo.
Yes.
I feel like I want a poster, You don't know O, because, I mean, literally a female Bo Jackson doing everything possible. Really great athlete. for sure. So let's go ahead and get to number 5 here. We have the co-Bayside South Player of the Year from last year, Parkside sophomore Leah Veal. Last year, she was dominant on the lacrosse field, putting together 56 goals, 23 assists, 58 draw controls throughout 2019. Veal was a strong reason why Parkside earned a 5 seed in the state tournament, and you would think that she would have her sights set on a deep postseason run this year after her Rams were knocked out in the first round last year.
Yeah, when I was cutting the video of Veal, I mean, just looking at some of the moves that she was putting on these defenders, check that out. A spin move and a snipe to the top left corner. An awesome start to our list. My heart really goes out to those seniors, Julian, who saw their junior years come to an end last year, not knowing that it would be their last high school game in that sport. Really unfair, but we are recognizing them tonight. Leah Veal is another one who could have been on every list. She's a great soccer player, and then looking through those lacrosse highlights, she's amazing with that stick as well.
Yeah, and you know, I really love to see, even though we are sad about the seniors, you got sophomores like Kate Chapel, junior now, and you just get excited that even though the season is gone, you know the type of competitors that they are. Losing this season is only going to fuel them and have them come out their senior year and leave nothing left on the field. So that's you really get excited at that, looking at the positive.
That's something that I wanted to post on Twitter. Look, you guys have a whole year to train now. All right, get yourselves together, come back even stronger. And I think that some of these juniors that we see are going to do that. All right, that's going to do it for the A block. When we come back, we're keeping our countdown going. Find out who else made the cut when Delmarva Sports Insider returns.
My name is Jackie Zebron. I play for Colonel Richardson Baseball, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.